This video is for anybody who struggles with some pre-performance anxiety, maybe even just performance anxiety in general. I think it's a very normal thing. And I remember when I was an athlete, I just viewed it as such a bad thing. I thought, oh my God, I should feel confident all the time. And the greatest thing that I've really come to understand in the mental game is that everybody is scared, and some people are just better at hiding it. Or I guess you could say some people are just better at managing it. They're consciously competent. They have an understanding of how to manage it. And if I had to summarize what that looks like in a few short minutes, I just would tell you that it's completely normal. It's completely normal. I'm sure you've heard so many people say it, where the difference between anxiety and excitement is just perspective. And I remember as an athlete, I would hear that and I would get kind of pissed off because that sounds really nice, but it's not really a very tangible way to address it. What, I'm just gonna tell myself I'm excited? Absolutely, like, I think that helps, but I don't think that solves it. And here's the greatest thing is, I don't think anything solves it. Nothing is gonna solve it. There's nothing to fix, and that's the biggest point of this video, is that when you feel this pressure, there is nothing to fix. There's a great video of John Mayer that I always reference, but he's playing the guitar and he's freestyling on the Apple Podcast with Zane Lowe. And he talks about, in order to be creative at that level, you have to have stupid bravery. And then he's freestyling and he says, I won't be scared because I do this for a living. It's not a taking, it's a giving. Right. And so here's John Mayer saying that it takes stupid bravery. And he's talking about how you could possibly feel fear, but he will not, because he does this for a living. And I think it just reminds us that everybody at the highest level is equally scared, like I said, and some people are just better at managing it. Mike Tyson is in the back saying, oh, I'm scared. I'm scared. This man has dreamed of killing me. He's scared. And every step he takes towards the ring, he does confidence. He behaves his way into a feeling. And so, come the night of competition, even if you are scared, that's okay. Go out there and do it anyways. Execute on the fundamentals, which is your body language, which is your focus, and which is your self talk, how you speak to yourself. Use your mantras. The chant becomes he who chants it. I'm a magnet for miracles. Things are happening for me. I'm calm, I'm grounded, and I'm safe. These are things that we can go back to. But I had a conversation this morning with an athlete who's actually fighting tonight. She's a MMA fighter, and above all else, come the day of the competition, the greatest thing that you can remind people of is that in the generous now is where the magic happens. In the generous now is where we have open hands. If you're somebody who's faithful, you understand that in the generous present moment is where God is. Right, in the present, you are in His presence. You can walk into the unknown when you walk with the unseen. And so the reason our mind, which we are not, we are the observer of our mind. The reason our mind lives in the past and future, understand time is a man-made thing, past and future man-made thing. Our mind lives in the past and future because it feels safe. It has something to predict. It has something to reference back to. And there's a difference between clock time and psychological time. Shout out to Power of Now. Psychological time is dwelling on the past, panicking about the future. Clock time, because we do need to take an occasional trip to the past and future, is to learn and is to prepare. Anything more than that is an over identification. But when you understand that your mind, which you are not, lives in the past and future because it's safe, it tells you that the reason it avoids the now is because it's the unknown and because it feels like it's not safe. And so, if we are capable of getting past that and we are okay, we are courageous enough to be in the present moment, that is where everything good for you happens, in the unknown. And so, what I'm really trying to get at here is that no matter what you feel, let's choose to behave our way into a feeling when it comes time to compete, and let's choose to accept it. Let's choose to accept the present moment like you chose it. And again, so many of these athletes think there is something to fix. There is nothing to fix. There's a great framework called the RAIN framework: recognize, allow, investigate, nurture. Can I recognize what I'm feeling? Can I allow this feeling? Can I investigate this feeling? And can I nurture this feeling? So I feel some level of energy in my body. I'm going to be specific with how I speak about it. I'm feeling energy. Okay, let me allow it. I always envision sitting down at a table with this emotion. I'm going to allow this emotion to come in and I'm going to sit with this extra energy. I'm going to allow it to be there. I'm going to investigate it. Where am I feeling it? Okay, I'm feeling it in my chest. And then I'm going to nurture it. Nurturing it looks like maybe going back to your affirmations, filling out your journal, praying, meditating, slowing down, conscious breathing. There's a great video of Novak Djokovic, and he says, you're going to have moments where you are not present. That's the game. That's our life. We're imperfect human beings. There will be moments where you are not present, and that's okay. Stop trying to fix it. There's nothing to fix. We don't have to do anything. We just have to be. Can you be here? Can you feel your feet on the ground? Can you take a conscious breath and get back to the now? And the game that he says he is playing is how quickly can he get himself back to the now? And the difference between the very best and the people who are just great and the very best, or the very best have the ability to quickly recognize that they are not present. And once you recognize you're not present, you are present. They recognize it and they get back. They shorten that gap and they get back to the generous now much quicker. And so success leaves clues. Let's take that. Can we accept the present like we chose it? Can we recognize when we're not present? Because once we recognize it, we are present. And can we just be? There's nothing to do. There's nothing to fix. This isn't bad. Again, John Jones, he says anxiety is like a fire. These emotions are like a fire. It's something that can burn your house down, but it's also something that you can hone in and channel at your opponent, Dragon Ball Z style. I'll put that video at the end of this video. But I just think if some of the greatest people in sports talk about these things in this way, there's something we can take away. And I just hope you hear that the present moment is where the magic happens. You have nothing to fix and you're not crazy. And by the way, these emotions will never go away. This is the greatest part of sport. This is the part that you will miss. I like to think about those feelings almost as like an inner applause. For people that are religious, I'd like to say that it's the Holy Spirit clapping you on. If not, it's just like your inner applause cheering you on, getting you ready to go. These are feelings that prime you. They make you sharper. And so you have nothing to fix. If anything, can you be courageous enough to embrace them, to use them, and to get back to the now? In the present moment is where the magic happens.
You've been saying something that I find to be very interesting, that the butterflies in your stomach are in formation.
Right.
I've never heard that before. I think it makes a lot of sense. What do you mean by that? Elaborate.
What I mean by it? Okay, so the butterflies in formation, basically it means when you have butterflies and you're feeling anxious and you have anxiety or nervous, that's when you're most powerful, I believe. A lot of people, instead of homing this power and using it, they allow it to just consume them. You know, there's another quote that says, a big challenge or big pressure is like a fire. It's like a raging fire. Either you can allow this fire to consume you and just take you over completely, or you can gain control of this fire and harness it, and you blow it right at your opponent like Dragon Ball Z style. All right, so that's what I'm trying to do. I try to get my emotions under control and use this adrenaline to my advantage.